Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I'm going to show you how to make these really fun gift tags. These tags and the stamp sets are made from products that I got from Stampin' Up! I actually used the Trimming the Town Designer Series paper to make these, along with some cardstock and a couple of punches. And so I took the sentiments from Warm Hugs for this one that says Happy Christmas, and I used Be Merry right there from Banner Year. But as you can see, this you can make all sorts of things. You could say Christmas wishes, all sorts of things on tags, whether it be for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever. It's just a great stamp set. Both of them are. So I just wanted to show you how I went about making these. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm using the Trim the Town Designer Series paper. I love these little Christmas trees. They're so pretty. And here's what the polka dots are on the other side. You could do either or. You could do this way, and you could do your trees on top of that if you wanted. I really just love the Christmas trees, and I love the pool party color that's behind it. So I'm pairing this one with Pear Pizzazz. I really like the wreaths on this one, and I love how it complements with the Poppy Parade. And as you can see, this is what's on the back. I'm going to stick with the wreaths. Using the dies from Warm Hugs, I went ahead, this is actually it cuts out a circle, and it cuts out the center as well. And when I saw it, I thought, it's supposed to actually be for something like this. But when I saw it, I thought, ooh, I could make a wreath out of that. And it comes with a bow die as well. So I made wreaths and bows to go on these. And these are projects that we actually did at it was actually at my Christmas in July. Okay, so what I've done is I'm taking the Delightful Tag Punch, and this paper is 2 by 4.5, and I'm just going to slip it in, and you can see that you can have 2 inch, 1 1/4, and 1.5. So I always like to slip it in, flip it upside down to look and make sure that I have it even on both sides, so I don't have any wonky sides cut off. And then I just pop it. I'm going to do the same thing here with the Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to go ahead and do all of them at the same time. I have a couple pieces of Whisper White. They measure approximately 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches, 2 inches. No, it's longer than that. Must be 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to stamp with Pool Party, Happy Christmas, right across the front. Like that. And then I'm going to stamp Be Merry using Poppy Parade on this one. And the next thing I'm going to do is to pull out my tree punch. This is my Christmas tree punch, and this is also paper from the Trimming the Town. And I'm just going to punch a tree out using that. I've already punched out a Pear Pizzazz tree, and I'm just going to glue those together slightly. Let's see, I want it to go this way, so I'll glue on the right hand side. I'm not going to put glue all over it, mostly where it's going to connect here. I just want it to kind of look shadowed somewhat, so that's how I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to place some dimensionals on the back of it. Then I'm just going to place it right here, like this. Then I'm going to bring in my scissors, and I'm going to trim this just a little bit, but then I'm going to make a banner end. And the way you do that is you go in the middle and you clip it, then you go to the side and you meet it in the middle on each side. Just like that, and that gives you a banner, and I'm going to do that on both sides. For this, I am not going to place dimensionals on it. I'm actually going to just put a little glue in the very center of it, because I want it to kind of hang across the tree, but I don't want to add more dimension. So I'm just going to add this right about here like this. Okay. I think I could actually, whoops. I think I could actually trim this off just a little bit more. Let me see if I can do that. I'm just going to kind of go a little bit in. Yeah, that's better. Much better. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this together. And I'm going to use, I think this might be from all the trimmings as well. And I'm just going to bring in my crinkle. It's my crinkle, Whisper White crinkle seam binding, I think is what it's called. And I'm just going to put my two together back here. Feed it through the little eye. And cut it off. I'll trim this one a little bit straighter. Okay. Then I'll take this piece and make sure my ends are together. Okay. Then I'm just going to come in here like this, and I'm going to tie a bow around that. Easier said than done, right? Oh, I keep getting my bows together. Alrighty. Okay, so now I can just kind of bring this down. Okay, I'm going to trim this off so I can get that out of the way. Now I'm just going to do my little bunny ear. I'm going to come around and pull it through, just like tying a shoe. Hold the knot. I'm going to start cinching up and tightening it and making it look prettier. All right, the last thing I'm going to do for this is to add some embellishments from all the trimming embellishments, and I'm going to use one of the stars to just place there on top. Right there on top of the tree, like that. Then I am going to put that away. I'm not quite done with it yet. Let's go on to the next one now. So I have already pre-cut one of the wreaths. I've already pre-cut one of the wreaths and a bow. Now you'll notice that in cutting it out, there are a couple of little lines that go across. I'm going to cover that using this bow. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue right in the center of that bow, and I'm just going to put it right there where that crease is at, like that. Then I've already stamped my Be Merry, so I'm just going to trim it up a little bit. So I'm going to cut that there. I'm going to cut them apart like this, and then trim it up over here on the side as well. Now, since it's going to be so tight on each side of the letters, I'm going to trim just a little bit off the top, just so that it's proportional, and a little bit off the bottom. And I'll do the same with Mary. Okay, that's pretty close, so I'm going to leave that as it is. The trick with that, whenever you're cutting it, is to keep your eye on the end. I kind of messed up a little bit right there, but I'm just going to keep my eye on the end, and I'm going to trim towards the end, and that tidied it up really easily. Okay, helps you to not get all cattywampus on it. All right, so I'm just put a little bit of glue behind here, and I'm going to glue this onto the front of my tag. Okay. Then I'm going to use mini dimensionals, and I'm going to place them on the back of my sentiments, Be Merry. And I'm just going to put these right across the top right here, Be Merry. And I think I'm going to add a couple things that I did not add on this one. I think I'm going to bring my embellishments back out. And I think I'm going to use the small dots. Put one here. One here. Ooh, I like. And maybe another right up here. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so now we'll put this one together. So we'll put this together here, and I'm going to bring in the crinkle ribbon again, and this time I'm going to bring in the Poppy Parade gold trim ribbon. All right, so I'm going to hold them together, feed it through the eye, like that. I'm just going to trim it. Or cut it. I can trim it later. Okay. See if I make it easier on myself by trimming that off or cutting that off first. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do is to stamp to and from and create labels to go on the back. So I'm going to bring my inks back in. I'm going to use Poppy Parade. I'm going to flip it around and use my Pool Party. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my punch. This is from the Everything Essentials, I think. It's from the bundle, and it's in the new catalog. So it's just perfect for these tags. Then I will just glue them on the back, and I'll be all done. I do need to trim this ribbon, the tails of this ribbon off. And look at that. How cute are those? They're just adorable. I love them. And they're super easy to make. And it just shows you how you can take scraps of designer series paper, scraps of cardstock, and you can make really pretty tags with them. Now I'm gonna have to go back and add embellishments to that because I see just how cute it is, right? I love it. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have any comments, please leave those. I answer every comment that is left for me. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. And if you really like it and would like to see more, hit subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll get notice when future videos come out. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want any of the supplies that you saw today, that'll all be listed on my blog, which will be labeled, which will be placed across the top of the screen. All right, thank you. Have a great day. Bye.